we just responded to a Craigslist alert for free books. This is only the first batch. We're going back for more. So let's see how many of these end up being worth keeping. Alright, this is what we got left from all that. Now look, you might look at this and say, well, that's not very much, but it was a free lot, and she's got a whole lot more that we're coming back for. So you can see a lot of gaming stuff, and some fiction in the corner. Terry Pratchett. Now we might only make $3 to $4 in profit a piece off those, but it was free, so they're worth listing. And then we've got a Tybo VHS, because for VHS some workout stuff still sells. And there was some good stuff in here. I mean, there was some $50, $60 books in here, so it was worth it all day long. Hopefully she'll be around to get the rest, and I'll film then and show you what I get. We got a whole bunch of really old books. When I say old, I'm talking like pre-1960s, from a woman in down a few towns over. It was in a somewhat wealthy neighborhood, so I decided to check it out. Now, we didn't really want to stay around and look everything up, but luckily she was getting rid of a lot of the older stuff, so we looked up all the stuff that was easy to look up, paid her for those, and the rest of the stuff she wanted to get rid of anyway, so we took it. Of course, a lot of it we donated, but the stuff that we're keeping, I want to show you something. Take a look at the books in this bin. Now, I mean, look at this, right? I mean, these books look terrible, absolutely terrible. They have no dust jackets half the time. They're old as all hell, and yet this book right here, I believe this is going for at least $35. But where some of the big money is that you'll find, these three books right here have no other sellers. That means there's a listing, but no one's selling it right now. When you find books like these, you very may well have struck gold. You can pretty much name your price on these, and you'll get it a lot of the time, because simply you're the only person that has it up for offer. Okay, this book right here, no one is selling it. These two books right here, no one is selling them. Okay, so you can list it for $50, you can list it for $100. I don't usually go over $100, but I'll research it first and kind of see if it's something that would make sense. But I just really want to show you, all these books were manual lookups. Okay, now I've developed a method where it's really not that painful to look these up, and it's really worth it, because these books right here would probably get thrown out by most people, and it's just to go to show you really don't know until you look it up. You have no idea. You might think you have an idea, you really don't know. There are certain authors that Howard Pease, P-E-A-S-E, every book I've found from him, they're older books, they're all worth money. Every book I've found. Now, some things that you can look for that are things that, you know, you can kind of eyeball, but there's really not that many of them. But here's a few. Here's a really beat up Bible, okay? This is at least $20. We've got this right here, My Way of Life, St. Thomas. This is at least 15, I think. But these are decent ranks. I mean, you look at these, you're like, you know, there's no way. But we're talking ranks under 1 million, and make quick 15, 20, 30 bucks sometimes on these older Bibles. So don't pass them up. There's money to be made, and you know, always look stuff up, okay? Now, one final thing. Here are a couple books. They're completely beat up. These are not listed whatsoever at all. I've got a bunch of these piling up at home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little case study. I'm going to list maybe 10, 20 of these. I'm going to put them in a spreadsheet. I'm going to monitor them for 6 months, maybe even 12 months. And I'm going to see what sells and what doesn't. And I'll put them up for a certain price. Maybe, I don't know what I'll start it at yet. And I'll list different books at different price ranges and kind of see how it works. And if I can come up with a way to list new books in a very quick manner, then I'll keep doing it. But it all depends on the results of this case study I'm going to do. So I will post the results of those when I get that done, but it's going to take some time. But so yeah, those of you have the choice. But the books that are listed and have no sellers is a good sign, because those books will often have a rank. If it has a rank, you know it's sold. It doesn't matter what the rank is. Okay, so if you see a book and it says 9 million, 15 million rank, but it has 0 sellers, that's still a book you want to list. It means it's sold before, right? And if you're the only copy, you don't have to worry about rank because you're the only person. I'll let my book sit for a year because I know when that book sells, it's going to be my copy. So, but there's a lot of money to be made. Don't pass these books up. Random batch of books, 2 tubs. And we ended up finding value in 1 full bin of books. So 50% of these old books were actually had value. So, which is actually not the norm if you compare that to more recent books. So, all I'm saying is, don't judge a book by its cover. Look it up, because you have no idea what that book is worth based on its looks.